Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I fear Call of Duty has lost the plot. This isn't necessarily a groundbreaking development by any means. This has sort of been the case for a while now. They are just reinforcing the narrative that they have in fact lost the plot. You throw back to when this new era of Call of Duty really began. It was really back in Modern Warfare 2019, even though the current era we're in started with MW2. The new crossplay era, you know, when Call of Duty really rebounded and blew up again, was with MW 2019. And a lot of that game was very much so rooted in realism. It had that true military feel. It was still Call of Duty, which is, at the end of the day, a very much so arcade-like shooter. Very, basic in the grand scheme of things. It's not nearly as milsim as Arma or Tarkov or other games like that, but it still had its place rooted in realism. A lot of the skins that we saw in the game were based around that. There were still some flashy things. We had pink anime bundles back in the day, all sorts of stuff. But then you trend into Cold War, things get a little bit crazier. You trend into Vanguard, things get very crazy. We have King Kong and Godzilla, you know. MW2 settles it down some, but there's still some more out there flashy things. MW3, again, kind of goes out there a little bit further and further. Some interesting crossovers, Nicki Minaj, all sorts of weird things like that, right? And then you get to Black Ops 6, which just really took it to the next level. And Season 4 Reloaded revealed some brand new leaks that take it a step further as well. I'm just gonna pan on over to my Twitter timeline really quick. This is a real tweet about Call of Duty in 2025 from Charles Intelligence, Charlie Intel. There appears to be an American Dad and Call of Duty crossover collab happening soon. Stan Smith and Roger from American Dad have been found in the Black Ops 6 and Warzone files after today's update. Alex is who originally leaked this. Call of Fortnite is seemingly the response to this everywhere. Fortnite is an arcade game. It's an arcade battle royale in and of itself. It doesn't have to take itself too seriously because it's not branded like that. And so you have Family Guy, you have all these crazy crossovers and collabs with Fortnite, and they fit in that world because there's nothing in Fortnite that doesn't fit. They've built the game to be that ever-expanding situation. Call of Duty has not given itself that same ability, but they try and replicate it, and it just makes the game look really, really weird. And from a community POV, it really just doesn't resonate at all. In case you wanted more details on this, as we continue this discussion, American Dad collaboration skins have been found in the Black Ops 6 and Warzone files. There's two different tracer packs, the Stan Smith and the Roger tracer pack leaked here. As you can see, we've got the full-on American Dad skin, we got some blueprints, some emotes and everything going on. And then for Roger as well, where he's in like this whole suit, mech suit kind of deal here with a plunger as an item you can unlock as well. There's even alternative skins where he's got, the hair and makeup on. He's got like some biker look to him as well. It's just, we've strayed away, I think, a little too far. There definitely is a place in Call of Duty for fun and flashy and out there skins, because the game shouldn't take itself too seriously. When you do take yourself too seriously, you limit your potential, you limit your ability to expand and to broaden your reach some. But there's also probably a line that it's like, okay, does this even work in COD anymore? And I think they've really leaped past that, especially as of late when we start to see Beavis and Butthead and now American Dad. This is all cartoony, trying to fit in with that theme, maybe with the COD Tunes event coming up. But as the player base has been sitting here asking for a long time, hey, what if we maybe don't go so crazy on things? What if we get more realistic military-esque skins and content oriented around that? And Call of Duty then just keeps going further and further and further with the next crazy update, the next crazy collab. It doesn't really feel like it works in COD, and it should be meant for Fortnite, and Call of Duty's just like, oh yeah, we can do that too. It's a really weird look, and I don't think it resonates well with a lot of the community. Now, people will buy these, and if you like this stuff, more power to you. Spend your money as you please. It's just, when you look at Call of Duty from the outside in, it's like, what is going on there? There's also some leaked videos from reality of the American Dad skin in game. I mean, it looks like it's a cartoon in Call of Duty. It's got like the cell shaded look to it for sure. So hey, if that's your thing, it's gonna be available here apparently pretty soon, actually. The leaked date for this, according to reality, Roger's bundle goes live on the 20th of July. Stan's bundle goes live on the 17th. Presumably that's going to be a COD Tunes update day or something of that capacity. There will be some larger update, and I imagine a decent bit of marketing for this officially in the coming days. Obviously, this is all just early leaked stuff surfacing now, but it's gonna happen. It's the real deal, and it, like I said, goes against the narrative that, one, we've heard rumored in the past that I want to revisit, but also just the community's feedback that we've seen for months now now of, okay, can we dial this back some? And Call of Duty's like, nope, it's full steam ahead. This is not the first time we've revisited this report, but it is rather, in my opinion, unfortunate that we have to continue to revisit this report from Call of Duty. This was just after Verdansk launched back in season 3, saying that the Verdansk numbers have been fantastic. The update actually exceeded expectations. The numbers in the player base are good. They have since sort of plateaued and even descended some because season 3 Reloaded was not that great. It caused a lot of issues. Season 4, even more so, not that great, caused a lot of issues. Season 4 Reloaded seems okay so far, but then you have stuff like this that's kind of just overwhelming and overshadowing the good of the update, right? But in this initial report where they're like, hey, numbers really good, then they're talking about showing more restraint with Warzone for skins and bundles and microtransactions, which would be leaning more into the military theme. And for the Season 4 Battle Pass, they even focused on this, hey, we've got more Milsim skins in this Battle Pass. But it seemed like it started and stopped there. Crossovers are printing money, like they admit straight up. Yes, the crossovers have been crazy successful for COD because people buy these flashy, crazy skins. There's an audience for them, and it's a large chunk of players, it seems. But they do also hear the criticism that the game is starting to look stupid. This is the standout quote of this entire report. The game is starting to look stupid, and they are aware of that. And since this report has come out, they haven't necessarily slowed down. This comes out towards the start of season 3, and since then we see Beavis and Butthead. We see random sharks added to the game as operators, crazy blueprints. We see now American Dad come over with Roger and everything going on there. And it's two conflicting things here. Now, we know for a fact that when they're doing these crazy crossovers, they are planned months and months and months in advance. I said this before, Call of Duty does that whole survey asking, hey, would you buy these flashy skins? Do you care what the operator skins are like? What's going on there? We know that they're aware of the feedback, and they're probably getting more and more saying that Milsim would be cool, more realistic skins and content would be cool. But all this stuff is planned and probably finished and executed. Like this American Dad stuff, the Beavis and Butthead stuff was probably finished back in season 1, maybe even before that. It is scheduled so far in advance because of the licensing and everything they have to prep for that. But then you also have them coming out at a time where the community is pretty fed up with this stuff, and you're also seeing reports that they're going to tone it down, and the timing they can't help. It is what it is. But you have to see the optics of the situation. It's a really, really not great look for Call of Duty. And while they may be toning this stuff down because they had this prepped so long ago, it's not going to be for some time that we see it actually take effect. Maybe season 6 is a bit more realistic. Maybe season 1 of Black Ops 7 or launch of Black Ops 7 is more realistic. But by that time, you've already created enough disinterest in things because you've doubled, tripled, and now quadrupled down on the, lost the plot content that people just aren't super interested in it anymore. I'm sure these bundles will sell crazy because, like I said, there's an audience for it. But there's also a large community that is definitely over this stuff, and just Call of Duty in and of itself right now doesn't feel like it's always trying to be Call of Duty. It feels like sometimes it's trying to be Fortnite, or it's trying to be something that it's not, which I don't know if it's going to pan out for the better. It might not. It might. Time will tell. But I do think it's safe to say, objectively, that Call of Duty has lost the plot. It's going to wrap things up for this video, though. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to drop a like on it. If you're new to the channel, you want to make sure that each and every day you're in the know for all things going on in COD. Feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.